You're watching 20 TV Insider from Academy District 20 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hello and welcome to 20 TV Insider, your weekly look into events in Academy School District 20. I'm Brian German. Thanks for joining us today. You know, leadership is considered a successful quality to have, and having a leadership role has been connected to improving confidence, communication, and responsibility. Joining us now, 20 TV's Tasha Olson. Tasha, you have more on this story.
Brian, students from all over the state came to District 20 last weekend to improve their leadership skills.
Inside Discovery Canyon High School, you will find hundreds of seniors eagerly anticipating graduation. Within this group of students is Grant Latanzi, a leader in his school's student council. Latanzi was one of the many students who attended the 2015 Fall Leadership Conference. He was happy to have the opportunity to meet new people as well as improve his leadership.
It was incredible. It was so cool to see a group of strangers come together and make friends, and everyone's shaking hands, everyone's running around, everyone's sweating and having a good time. It was great.
At this conference, the students were encouraged to step out of their comfort zone and make connections with people from all across the state. The opening session was hosted by Playfair, an organization that provides activities to get these students energized and socialized.
I hope that they come away with bravery, especially for this weekend, to just start making connections and be like, you know what, I love your ideas, let's connect, let's do whatever it happens to be. That's what I hope.
Newton says he loves that these activities are impactful as well as entertaining.
I really liked what Newton said about the individuality and how that is something that we don't really discuss because we're worried about bragging, and I think it was cool to kind of celebrate each other.
Following the opening session was a speech by Houston Kraft about leadership and the connections you make in life. The rest of the conference consisted of more activities to encourage these connections that will be useful to these students for years to come.
Well, I think it's important because as the world's always going to change, like the only constant, so you may as well help make it better, and I think that's what leadership allows you to do, is allows you to make those connections and earn those skills to delegate a group and make a difference.
Grant is planning on attending the University of Minnesota next year and plans to use his leadership skills to meet new people and join different organizations.
That's fantastic. Thanks for the story, Tasha. Well, this week, one District 20 elementary school participated in a nationwide awareness week, and the students got a little surprise as well. Douglas Valley Elementary School, located on the Air Force Academy, participated in Red Ribbon Week. It's an alcohol, tobacco, and other drug and violence prevention awareness campaign observed annually in October. The students' surprise was a Black Hawk helicopter that landed in front of their school. Riding in the helicopter were drug enforcement and FBI agents, along with some characters from out of this world. They talked to the students about the dangers of drugs and alcohol and some of the experiences they've been through while on the job. The agents and the school staff couldn't stress enough just how important it is to recognize this week.
Red Ribbon Week is a time where we honor our children and teach them all about healthy lifestyles, respecting themselves, and saying no to drugs and alcohol.
Every student was given a tour around the helicopter where they were given the opportunity to learn more about the Black Hawk. Each student was also given a red ribbon to honor Red Ribbon Week and then made a pledge to say alcohol and drug free. Students at Pine Creek High School are learning how to communicate with the deaf and expanding their world. American Sign Language has been taught at Pine Creek for the last 8 years by Linda Trumbauer. ASL allows students to communicate to people who can't hear. This career and technical education course gives students a hands-on experience. Students who take this course get a sense of what it is to work in the real world and become great resources for people who are deaf.
It's a small, tight community, and once they know that somebody knows sign language, everybody starts going to that person.
When this program started at Pine Creek, there were 16 students enrolled in ASL. Today, Trumbauer has more than 200 students in her classes. Well, construction of a major intersection in northeast Colorado Springs is nearly complete. Crews are about a month away from finishing the Powers and Old Ranch project. The roads intersect right in front of Pine Creek High School and was once considered one of the most dangerous intersections in the city. Crews have built a bridge that spans over the newly routed Powers Boulevard. Currently, traffic flows on what will become the exit ramps. The project is expected to be finished in mid-November and will allow for easier and safer flow of traffic around Pine Creek. Well, the Discovery Canyon football team is starting to turn things around. Up next in sports, see how the Thunder have learned from some difficult losses early this season.
They said I couldn't dream. called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to 20 TV Insider. The Liberty volleyball team has been on the edge of pulling out some big wins in conference play. They fell 3-2 against district rival Pine Creek, but rebounded with a win over Doherty. The Lancers hope to take down conference leader Coronado at home on Tuesday night. Liberty dominated in the first two sets, grabbing wins by scores of 25-16 and 25-18 to take a 2-0 lead in this one. However, Coronado would respond on sets 3 and 4. They took the scores 25-14 and 25-19. And in the fifth and deciding set, Coronado barely edged the Lancers 18-16 for the 3-2 win. Senior Jenna McGuire led the Lancers up front with 17 kills and chipped in 4 blocks. Dylan Byland finished with a game-high 5 aces for Liberty. Well, the Rampart volleyball team looking to stay near the top of the conference standings with their only loss coming to Coronado. The Rams hosted perennial power Doherty on Tuesday night. Rampart had no difficulty in this one, running out to an easy 25-9 win in Game 1 against the Spartans. Game 2, a bit closer. Doherty put up a fight, but they would fall in that one as well, 25-23. Rampart completed the 3-game sweep with a commanding 25-14 win. Sophomore Taylor Siebert led the Rams with 13 kills. Caitlin Patton had 5 aces and 21 serves in the 3 games. The Rams now 3-1 in the 5A Colorado Springs Metro League. They play the Palmer Terrors on Thursday night. The Discovery Canyon football team struggled through its non-conference schedule, losing their opening 4 games, but they bounced back to beat 4A Rampart before starting conference play with a win over Mitchell, and with a win over Woodland Park last weekend, the Thunder could move to 2-0 in conference play. First quarter no score, Josh Tomjack around the left hand. Watch the downfield blocking. He gets in for the score. They missed the extra point though. It was 6-0 DCC. Next drive, 2 yards out, sophomore Trevor Ivy scores untouched. 13-0 Thunder, one of his 2 scores on the day. Second quarter, same score. This time it's Matt Call, the quarterback, pushing people away and then heading down the sideline. 46 yards for the score. The Thunder take a 20-0 lead. Third quarter now 27-0, and it's Sam Garner for Woodland Park to Orion Drummond. 38 yards out. That cuts the lead to 27-7, but the Thunder would tack on more. Scotty Barnhart goes in from 2 yards out. The Thunder win easily, 48-7. DCC will host Harrison on Friday at 7 o'clock. The Discovery Canyon boys soccer team has had an up-and-down season so far. They would play host to Palmer Ridge at D20 Stadium on Saturday afternoon. The Thunder would come into this one having won only one of their last 3 games. First half no score, Brendan Burns with the shot. The goalie can't handle it. Mike Kensley puts it in. The Thunder take a 1-0 lead going into the half. The second half, the Bears free kick gets by Griffin Anderson. That makes it 1-1. And still in the second, the Bears going back and forth. Before, watch this, they put it just off the left inside post. That's a heck of a shot. It was 2-1. Later, it's 3-1, and Pine Creek gets DCC gets back into it. Kensley passes it to Jack Ricketts, who puts it low and left. The Thunder's second goal, but not enough. DCC would lose this one by a final 3-2. They fall to 7-6-1 on the year. The Pine Creek Eagles boys soccer team has had a fairly productive season so far, going 6-4-3, heading into their game against Doherty on Saturday. Both the Eagles and Spartans undefeated in conference play going into this one. Jump up and down before we start. Early in the first half, Pine Creek looks to strike early. Jacob Irvin puts one high, but it's off the crossbar from about 30 yards out. A few minutes later, Andrew Turk doing it himself. Nice moves and kick it home. Just low and left past the diving goalie. Pine Creek up 1-0. Still first half, it's Mitch Cutts working up the left side. Inside, Andrew Turk. That's an easy goal. His second goal of the game, his 9th of the season. And then the end of the second half, Pine Creek looking for a third. That's McKinley Kneeser to Zach Mason. The stop by the Doherty goalie, and that's the way this one would end. Pine Creek wins 2-0, improving to 7-4-3 overall. We have an exciting slate of games this Thursday as we're broadcasting a soccer and football doubleheader live on 20 TV Sports. The soccer game gets underway first. Liberty hosts Coronado at 3:30. We follow that up with a huge in-district football matchup. Liberty hosting Rampart at 7. And as always, you can watch the game live on the web by visiting our website at ast20.org/20TV Sports. And if you have any ideas or topics that you would like us to cover here, give us a call, 719-234-1780, or you can send us an email, 20tv@ast20.org. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time on 20 TV Insider.